right this time. Look at the villain.
My man.
Oh, who needs serious Simmons when you got the villain in his house? His house. What's up, fellas? It's the villain. I'm here. We're all here on this Wednesday edition of Backstage Business. We are doing live. We are doing it every week. This is the first of many. So excited for you guys to join us on this journey. Having a lot of fun here. I'm not Aaron Simmons, as you can see. I'm much handsomer. I'm much cuter. I'm just, I love our theme music. I feel like I should like come out to like Sexy Boy or something like that. I feel I'm like, in my bag right now.
There can be only one.
Only one. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite theme song of all time. I don't care what anybody says. That's my favorite. But
Same.
yeah, you guys can give me your favorite when I introduce. But like, I don't do this by myself. I got the queen with me, Stacey. What's going on, Stacey?
What's up, fam? I'm excited about being weekly. Woo woo.
We're here. And of course I got Corey. Corey, what's going on, brother?
What's up, family? Let's go to work.
Let's work. And then of the No Nonsense podcast, of one of the best podcasts out there, a friend of the program who's basically a regular. He does double duty between two shows, but he kicks it with us. AB in the house. And Aaron, what's going on, brother?
What's going on? I feel like if I told you guys I wasn't going to do this show anymore, you'd probably come hunt me down and beat my ass. So I'm happy to be here. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
I would find your exactly. I would find your address and ship you nothing but Dolphins merchandise until your house is overflowing. That's what I would do. But we got a special guest in the house. It's always a pleasure to have him in the building with us. Host of the Wicked Bitter, Travis himself. Travis, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, guys? Yeah, likewise. All the years I've put into the show, I feel like if I didn't show up, you guys would beat my ass too. Just years and years of being here.
That's right.
Hey, by the way, that intro package is really good. I love that intro.
It is good. I gotta give them some credit. It's awesome.
It's my guy Jared. Love him, our producer. He's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
shout out to Jared. Great work there. But listen, we're going at it. Usually we do a show. We were doing shows before PLE and after PLE. Now we're going every week, going hard. And honestly, right now, the big story is the big week that was. All of our hosts, Corey, Stacey, myself, Coach, who's not feeling great. Shout out to Coach. Hope you're feeling better. Feel better. We all talked about the week of WWE/ESPN, and it was a big week. A lot of stars made their way to ESPN. Seth Rollins, AJ Lee did an interview on SportsCenter. I think you had Cody Rhodes on there. There was a lot of people putting in work representing. Triple H was on there as well, putting in work leading up to the big event that was WrestlePalooza. And I think, I don't want to speak for everybody, but if you watch Corey, Corey had his response to how he felt about WrestlePalooza is a nice way to put it. So we don't even have to go match by match. We could just go in and talk about it as a whole, and we can spend a lot of time on it. But I'll get it around the room. Corey, since you were the one that did give that first response, your initial reaction to the WrestlePalooza PLE, I had a response in the can. I couldn't even put it out because yours was so good. I was like, why bother? Corey, what was your thoughts about WrestlePalooza?
Like I said the other day, I feel like it was garbage. You was just talking about how they had everybody on ESPN all week, and I feel like you built us up just to give us nothing. And I seen people online saying, well, everything, you can't have surprises all the time. And, y'all should just be happy they gave us a good show. And I'm like, no, the show wasn't good for one, because the matches they had, we had a bunch of matches with no builds. You promised us surprises. We got nothing. You told us it was going to be some great event that was going to bring in casual fans. I know people that don't watch wrestling. Mm-hmm. If they watch that show, they're not coming back. Mm-hmm. I heard Cody say on ESPN, there's somebody for everybody. You will fall in love with somebody on Saturday, and you'll hopefully come back. That show's not bringing anybody back. I feel like the women's match was the only thing that saved it. I seen ESPN gave it a C. I think they were being generous. And I'm hoping by ESPN putting out grades, if you know anything about ESPN, they do it for all their sports. So I'm hoping by them putting out grades that we get a better product. Because if that's what we're getting, people not gonna stick around to pay $29.99 a month. You're gonna lose viewers fast. So they got to do better. And I don't think Crown Jewel's gonna do better because it's at 8 a.m. So if you're trying to bring in casual viewers, who's getting up at 8 a.m. to watch wrestling? That's not a diehard. So
is it 6 a.m. 6 a.m. on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
No, it's 8 a.m.
It's
is it
8
6?
our time.
It's 8.
Okay, 8.
Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like you're not bringing in nobody new. The card wasn't that great. So I'm sure some other things will pop in my head that I'll get off my chest later on.
Yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't a good show.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of was being a little fair after the match, after the PLE, but then as I kind of started to let it sink in and digest, I wasn't too thrilled. Travis, Wicked Bitter, I saw some of your videos, so I'll come to you. I'd love to get your feedback, and I'm going to bring in Kayfabe is dead.
Oh, okay.
He is here. He's in
He's
the building.
feeling better. Yay!
I saw that
Yeah.
number change in the corner, and I said, if Sirius is here, I'm leaving. So thank you for coming.
Steve, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. I'll be better, but let's get to it.
Happy you're here.
So happy to see you. So Travis, talk to me. What did you think about WrestlePalooza? Did it fall flat?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much echoing everything Corey said. That's how I felt, really. I mean, I think it was just a big pile of garbage. I really don't. So, like, I don't think it would have been as bad if it didn't come with all the hype and all the empty promises, because it would normally, if you didn't do that, this would just be just another PLE that they've kind of been running lately. Other than like the big shows like SummerSlam, their PLEs have had like 5 matches, kind of like this one. I mean, but you can't go on every single media outlet, and promise, hey, this is going to be like something you've never seen before. We got a ton of surprises. We look at this WrestlePalooza to be in the same tier as WrestleMania down the line. I'm like, bro, this is not even close, dude. Like, we didn't even come close at all. And what were the surprises? I didn't see one. Maybe the Stephanie McMahon getting inducted was the biggest surprise, probably. Like, that was it. I think a lot of us, actually, when I came on here last week and we all did our predictions about like the Cena and Brock match, I'm pretty sure we all picked Cena to win, if I remember right.
Yeah,
so, I mean, that one.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I think that was maybe one of the more surprising elements, but not enough to hype it up where it's like, oh man, you're gonna be blown away. I mean, it's Brock Lesnar, dude. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm the same with Corey. I didn't care for it. If it didn't come with all the hype, then maybe I would have been a little more easy on it. But no, I mean, you expect people to dish out $30 a month, and you give them that. That's a rough sell, dude. That's rough.
Yeah, I mean, I think Stacey, your response to it was that it was a money grab, right? Like, you felt like this PLE was just to get people to subscribe. I'll let you go in and talk about the PLE as a whole.
100%. I mean, if you think about it, you already said this. All of the big names, I mean, even Roman was out last week. Paul Heyman was out last week. And they were on all the shows that are the heavy hitters for ESPN that don't normally have wrestlers on. Like, we're used to seeing wrestlers on Pat McAfee and Rich Eisen. That's a given. But they were in all the major spots last week. AJ Lee was out. So they were really saying, you need to come back. You need to come and sign up. It's going to be great. You've never seen this before. Because we've already talked about this. This was never about the wrestling fan. Because as a wrestling fan, we all signed up. Somehow we all got there, whether it was VPN, but most everybody really ended up on the ESPN app. So they got us. They were trying to get to the casual fan, or the nostalgia fan, the fan that remembers watching wrestling in the 80s and 90s. Hey, come back. You don't have the app, get the app too. They didn't have to deliver on their promises. They just didn't have to, because a casual fan that's not watched in 25 years, most people were like, oh, Brock's back and he did so good. That was great. That was a terrible, terrible match. But because he led it, I mean, I've seen a lot of social people that were like, that was an amazing first match. For those of us that know, we were like, it was terrible. But if you don't know, they're like, wow, that reminds me of when he was, originally came out. They're like, that's great. So for a casual fan or someone that doesn't even know, I'm reading that people are like, oh, that wasn't too bad. But for fans, we were like, this was ridiculous. Because again, also to your point, Travis, 100% of us said last week there'd be some sort of shenanigans at some point.
Yeah.
We had no shenanigans.
Nothing.
The closest thing we got to shenanigans was Taker coming in on his motorcycle. and Becky and Seth coming down looking like aliens. Like they gave me Conehead vibes from the 70s. I was like, this is not it. So, I mean, that was the biggest spectacle we got. And the women's match, amazing. But that was it. And I know we've all said that, but it really, the intention was never ever to have a good PLE. It was to get people signed up to be ready for the PLE. Because you guys know it's like an MLM. Who cares if you sell stuff as long as you get a bunch of people to subscribe to the MLM? That's kind of what last week felt like. It was the parade of come and sign up. They got their signups and they're like, okay, great. We got what we wanted. Here's your okay show. And I agree. It was a C. It was probably even less, but if we didn't have any hype, we'd have been like, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah. I think if it wasn't for Stephanie Vacquer and Io Sky doing work, it's a D to me.
It's a D. Absolutely.
AB.
It was a D regardless.
Yeah, I mean, that's your opinion. I listen. I can't disagree with it. It wasn't a great PLE in my opinion. It just kind of fell flat. AB, what do you got?
Same trash. I was very disappointed. I felt like I was watching a 1990s episode of Sunday Morning Superstars.
Yes.
There was not a lot of stuff that was really going on. They promised all this. I'm not going to keep preaching what you guys all said, but you're right. As far as the money grab thing, I was a little pissed because I went to log in to my ESPN account and you had to pay an extra $6.99 because my bundle didn't have ESPN Unlimited.
Wait, so can you explain that, AB? Like, Stacey mentioned it in the chat, and then I remember you said. So what happened? What happened?
So I have a Disney Plus Hulu ESPN bundle.
Yep.
Yeah,
but if your bundle package does not say ESPN Unlimited, you can't watch the content. It doesn't matter if you have your freaking TV provider. You still have to sign into the ESPN Unlimited plan. Wow. I had to pay an extra $6.99 to watch this shit show.
Same.
Wow.
And I was very, again, disappointed. The only surprise that we saw, and Hunter was foreshadowing, was watch my wife's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, which I think was pure BS. Is so early to do that. Who announces that this soon?
They did it because it was on ESPN.
Yep.
Listen, you could have announced that Zack Ryder was coming back to NXT, and it would have been a bigger deal than Stephanie getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. So, I wanted to. Sorry, Steve, I'm going to make a reference. Get a trash throws can, put this PLE right in there, and throw it away.
Yeah, I was surprised when you guys said that you had to pay the I'm paying the $6. I had to pay the $6 to get into the
because they didn't specify the ESPN Unlimited plan.
Yeah,
you just have to have the ESPN app. Bull.
They did specify. You didn't see the John Cena commercial. You didn't see Cody. Like he explained it very clearly what you guys needed to do.
Yeah. Or the infomercial during SmackDown of R-Truth going over how to get the ESPN app. Like if you guys watch SmackDown, Travis, I know I see you shaking your head. I know you saw it. He kept hawking to who was it? He was hawking to. It was a couple. I don't remember who it was. But R-Truth was consistently telling you on SmackDown how to get the app and this is how you download. You could use this QR code and get oh my God, this is what we're doing now. It was pretty bad.
It was a shame.
It was a shame. Mm-hmm. Steve, go ahead. I'll let you clean this up.
Okay, so I made a little bit of a video, kind of trying to tell people about what would happen. Look, the ESPN production value is always top notch. That you don't have to worry about. Okay, that is something that we know. ESPN knows how to put on a show, put on a spectacle, how to make sports entertainment, and this is why this relationship exists. Very shaky start to this relationship, and simple things like how do I watch? It shouldn't be a situation where it's like, okay, I'm sitting down, time to watch WrestlePalooza. and I gotta pay $6.99 more dollars. It's like me personally, I have the Hulu Plus, so I just like try to throw Hulu Plus and turn it right on or whatever like that. So but like for people for things like this, like it should be very simple. It should be sit down, here we go, let's watch. Then that now the wrestling aspect of it, you can't hype things up. You can't say, oh, you know what? We have never seen anything like this. Yes, because we have never seen a PLE on ESPN. So yes, they were correct. We had never seen anything like this. Okay. But no surprises. You hype it up, stuff like that. And again, to just echo what everybody's been saying, money grab. This was like, how can we get people to buy this? Because ESPN, look, everything's always right in front of you. I like to say everything's always right in front of us, guys. Sometimes we just don't pay attention to it. ESPN months ago started running an ad about like, hey, you guys wait until you see what's next. Wait until you see what's next, guys. And this is what was next. So they were telling you this was coming. So and then people like, oh, look at this thing that happened. They bought NFL Network, and then they're trying to buy MLB Network, and they're doing all this stuff like this. So this is what ESPN is doing. ESPN is trying to become the hub for all sports, but you can't just say, here you go. It's just the thing with this whole deal is it's controlled by people who don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is run by people who do not love the product. They love money. They love everything that comes with it. They do not love the product. And a lot of people, look, Triple H, Paul, whatever you want to call him, he is taking a lot of heat, deservedly so. Because, sir, if you really love this business that we talk about, that we all love because we're sitting here talking about it tonight, then you would push back a little bit on these suits who have no idea how to put on a wrestling show, who have no idea how to do this thing. And it's just like, and then you put that out there. The Cody and Drew match felt rushed. It felt like it wasn't, felt like something was missing. It felt like it was very choppy to me.
Yep.
You know what it felt like, Coach? You know what it felt like? It felt like a SmackDown main event.
It felt like a SmackDown main event. It was that. It was. I actually liked the mixed tag match because, again,
I did too.
And big up to TJ who produced the match. It's just like every tag match like trope that you can ever think of, he put into that match.
Mm-hmm.
The heels isolating the baby face and all stuff like that, like the hot tag and all this, and like the double moves and everything like that. It was fantastic. So it was a great match that it was put together very well. But then everything else just fell flat. And you can't, again, and then this will be my final thing. Like, you can't hype it up like that. You can't say, oh my God, WrestlePalooza, this, that. McAfee comes out. You know what? McAfee left early. Now, again, I know he had been up since 5 o'clock in the morning, doing game day. So, but McAfee left early. So that should have gave it, like, McAfee, like, I'm out. Like, I'm going to bed. I'm good, guys.
I want to piggyback on that a little bit.
Go ahead.
I would agree. The only place I felt like we saw ESPN's hand in it was the beginning. The intro that they put together
was amazing. Great. It was great.
We were like, wow, if this is the beginning, this is amazing. Like, that was, when you see excellence, that was the best intro promo we've seen since WrestleMania this year.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. The beginning promo where they were talking about the history of wrestling, Corey. You know what I'm talking about. The beginning.
I know what you're talking about, but I feel like Netflix. I feel like Netflix did basically the exact same thing.
A little bit, but not as good as this. I don't.
ESPN's number one. We know that. So yeah,
right.
It was nice. And then the only thing that I saw that ESPN had their hand in, which I think I sent this to Travis, and I was like, I was so angry. I don't know what I was angry about. The commercial breaks, or the fact that they just told us that it was a commercial break and we had to listen to that nauseating sound over and over again that said, this is a commercial break. So it was like, it was almost the nod to tell us, hey, we're glad you paid for a subscription, but it's not enough. So right now we're showing that we're selling time for somebody else to pay to sponsor here.
Yeah, well, we got to get their ad dollars back. Travis, go ahead.
Yeah, and to that point too, actually, now that you mentioned that, when I was looking through the plans, so there's the unlimited plan, and then there's the one above that, which I think is like 45 a month or whatever. But it said in parentheses with limited commercial ads. I'm like, so you're still gonna give people commercials even on that one. But
Netflix never had commercials, Travis, right? And now they have commercials. So I mean, that's the name of the game. I work in that space. I work in the marketing space. I'm on calls with Roku. I'm on calls with Netflix. I'm on calls with all these providers. That's the name of the game. Like, they have to sell ads.
As far as it being a money grab too, I think I agree with that. But eventually that's gonna run its course, because it could be a money grab now, but if you continuously put out PLEs like this for $30, people are going to start.
But they've already gotten the money, Travis. They'll get as much money as they can now, and just like, well, we got what we could out of them.
I know, but you can still cancel though. I
it's month to month.
That opening headline, Travis, of like, WrestlePalooza draws record audience and drives X amount of subscriptions. That headline is going to live forever.
Yeah,
and that's what's going to win.
But so will the headline where they have a mass cancellation of subscriptions too. Like that's gonna. Eventually fans are going to start equating what the value $30 of a PLE could be. Back then, when you paid $50 for a PLE, if anybody used to do any of that, we used to get really good quality pay-per-views, like great pay-per-views, more than 5 matches too. Like if you're going to tell me I'm getting 5 matches for $30 and there's nothing great about this, that it could have been just on cable TV. Like pay-per-views meant you saw something on it that you wouldn't see on a SmackDown or a Raw or whatever. You could have seen all of this on a SmackDown and a Raw. I'm not saying you need a surprise literally every single time, every single match, but you can't go into it hyping people up, which I thought all the hype, now that I'm thinking about it, was just for the casual fans. I don't think they were trying to hype up the hardcore people at all. Like they were just trying to tell people, you've never seen anything like this. And if you're a casual fan, they're probably right. You probably haven't seen anything like this, but to a hardcore, normal watching fan every single week or whatever, that was not for us. Like that is not directed towards. And the last thing I'll say is, I know people blame Triple H for a lot of stuff. I just feel like Triple H isn't really involved in like the actual business side of things. He's not. I think it's Nick Khan, it's TKO, whatever. And Triple H, even if he has any pushback, ultimately, I don't think he has enough power to reject something, really. Like creative wise, what he does on TV every single week, that's all him. But like when people say Triple H is ruining it, I'm like, bro, he's not the one putting ads on the mat. That's not Triple H. It's above him. So you see on TV every single week, it's probably him.
And he'll go out of his way. Even with the announcement with the WrestleMania side, he's like, hey, look, Nick Khan, NickKAHN. Nick Khan is the one who has done this. Okay? Right. Not me, Paul. Nick. Again, NICKKAHN. Him. This guy right over here. So
when I heard him do that, that's when I fell back and said it ain't all on Triple H.
No, me and you both for it. That's why, like, you know what, Paul, you're all right, bro.
If anything, he carries the burden, Coach, of having to be the guy that's the face of it. He has to go out there and make the ridiculous announcement that WWE WrestleMania is going to be in Dubai. He has to go out there to ESPN on a Friday and on First Take and be the face of it there. He has to be the face of it after the match, after the show, when he does the press conference. It's like you could tell on his face when he was doing that press conference, like, what the hell, dude? Yeah. Why do I have to do this?
But he'll get used to it. He'll get used to it. Dana White did. So
yes, remember we talked about that months and months ago, that Triple H is no different than what Dana White had to become.
Yeah, he'll get used to
the evolution. Yeah. And then the other thing, I don't know if you noticed this on social media, you can always tell when he didn't have a hand in it, because when he posts on his socials and it was something directly to do with him, he just posts. Mm-hmm. If he's posting something that wasn't his idea, but he's the spokesperson, he always tags TKO every time. And if you look back in his social posts, you can tell the difference between something that he's announcing and something that he's obligated to be announcing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do
It's
we
all
think
in
that?
what the tag is.
Do we think eventually that Triple H is just going to get tired of this and just no longer do it? Do you think it's ever going to lead to that direction? Because
No.
No, them
I
paychecks
don't
too
know.
good.
I don't think so.
I
Because
know.
I think he loves what he does for his day job. I
Yeah.
think he does love the creative aspect. And give him flack if you want to. I think he's stretched a little thin, but he's pretty good at it. Like I think people give him a
Absolutely.
hard time. I've seen worse. We've gone through the Vince Russo era. I mean,
Ooh.
everybody's old enough to remember that hot garbage, especially when he was at WCW. And
Yes.
I don't care. He can
Wrecked it.
at me all he wants. Like he ran that show into the ground. And
Wrecked it.
I've seen it's gotten a lot better. Like what Paul did in NXT built him for this. And look, even if you would watch the Homecoming, look at everybody that came through NXT and is here now making their bones. And that's because of guys like Paul Levesque and the guys in the background, the producers that really helped out too. William Regal was a big part of that. You got to give him his props too. But like, he's a lifer to me. He loves the business of it. He doesn't like the business end that he has to deal with now, but he loves the business that he was
Yeah,
involved.
I think you could lose the love though if it keeps getting to a certain point
True.
where you might fall out of love with it. Like eventually, he might just be like, "Bro, I've made enough money. I got enough money. I don't know if I want to do this anymore."
Stephanie did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
She's
I don't know.
back a lot.
She
And I
was.
would say-
It was different. She
Yeah.
was fighting with her dad, and
Yeah,
when
yeah.
when he came back, she's like, "All right, you know what? I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't approve of what was going on." So that was her
Yeah.
way of being defiant. Like, if you're back, I'm out.
And
Let's
I
just
think
be
I
right
feel bad
now
for
he's
Triple H, though.
protecting her legacy.
I do too.
I think he
Right.
really is right now about her legacy, about their legacy, and that's why he stays. I think he stays 2 reasons. He reminds me of being the middle manager that you always talk to, that everybody that's employed by him absolutely loves him, but he hates upper management, so he's the buffer. That's who he is right now. Like
He's always
everybody
been a
in the
buffer.
ring is beloved. They love and adore him, and he
But
knows
he's
attitude that he
always
can
been a
promote.
buffer, Stacey. Like going
course.
back to WrestleMania, WrestleMania 14, when he had to be the buffer between Stone Cold and Shawn because
Shawn,
Shawn
yep.
was being a
Sure.
complete jerk. He's
Sure.
always been that guy about the
Sure.
business. You know, sitting in the production meetings, and he was the one that really kind of came up with, "Hey, well, if Brett doesn't want to do business, why don't we do it for him?" He's
Yeah.
always been that guy. He's
Yeah,
always been
for
there. You know
sure.
what I mean?
But he's
I
feel
beloved
bad.
about it. He's not like a snake charmer about it. He's absolutely beloved, and that makes the difference.
Right.
I feel bad that he's got to be like the face of this. Like he's got to go out there and make all of these announcements that a lot of people don't like. And I'm like thinking like sometimes like, you know, if this was just the roles were just different here, where like The Rock is on the board, right? Like what if The Rock was the one dropping all of these announcements and he's getting all of this negative feedback? He would never stand for that. The Rock doesn't want any heat at all, like at all.
He's
Like,
gone. He ran out the back door when he had to do it, and it's like
yeah.
I look at it like the older you get and the higher up the ladder you go, and I've learned this in my professional career, the more crap you got to eat.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And this is the crap he has to eat. Like I had incidents at my job where I work, and I won't go into details, but it's like I said it to my boss who has to take it for me. It's like I got to eat crap and like the taste, and that's what he's got to do.
And sell eating it.
Yeah, and this is great.
And
This is
sell
great.
it.
I love it. You know what I mean?
Well,
And I think AB had said it too, Stace. I'll come back to you.
Go
Like, we got to remember, WrestlePalooza was a last minute deal. Like
Yes.
this was not on the calendar. This was not on the schedule. It was thrown together like what, a week after the ESPN deal was announced, right? Like I think AB, you had mentioned it. So are we surprised? Are we surprised where we're at?
No, and especially because they did this to kind of counteract the AEW pay-per-view
Yes.
that was going on. And then they went and changed their time. And I'm sure they're all just laughing right now because of the reaction that this shit show got.
And what I've heard, I didn't watch the show. I heard AEW show was actually pretty darn good.
That's what I heard. I actually watched it. It was phenomenal. Yeah,
I know that's what I was going to ask because I know you've watched it. I mean, you could tell me really quick, Coach. What'd you think of it? Like, we're not.
So here's the thing: it's like you had a fantastic world title match between Hangman Adam Page and Fletcher, which was a fantastic match. Tony Storm and Chris Statlander was worth the price of admission. Those are two women who can go. Congrats to Stat Daddy for winning the women's championship. FTR and that was the emotional thing with Beth coming out and them hitting her with the spike pile driver. You know, Adam Copeland, showing the love to Cena. It was like I got goosebumps. I'm man enough to admit that at 42 years old, it was like I was 13 years old again.
Yeah.
Seeing them do that. And I was like, and I told my wife, I was like, this is why I love this stuff. Stuff like that. This is why I love this stuff. And this is why I keep and this is why I keep coming back. Moments like that. But again, you talk about money's worth. AEW give you your money's worth, baby. They still charging a lot of money for these pay-per-views. But you get your money's worth and you're there and you're locked in. Now, goes a little bit long. I mean, it's like it started at like 1 or 2 and it didn't end until like almost WrestlePalooza time. But I'd rather that and then look, there was some not great parts of it, of course. It wasn't like a perfect card, but there was more good than bad. It didn't feel like the Dynamite, like tonight's Wednesday. They're actually here in Pittsburgh tonight. It didn't feel like a really long Dynamite. It felt like these matches had some gravity to them. It's like, this is a big time match. We are going to give you something that you don't see on Wednesday and Saturday here today in Toronto. And that's what happened. So again, like I'm not all with the tribalism AEW once in a while, and I thoroughly enjoyed their pay-per-view on Saturday.
Yeah, because you don't have a lot to talk about. We don't talk about AEW a lot. I don't watch it as often. I watch it here and there, very spotty. But like just the idea of Tony Storm dropping the belt has you talking. Oh, she lost? She hadn't lost to anybody, right? Go ahead, Travis. I know you're gonna go ahead.
Sorry, real quick. This just popped up on my Twitter. On AEW just a few minutes ago, Adam Copeland just told Christian that he can't keep doing this and he needs to go back to his family, and he doesn't know if he's coming back. Do we think this is? That was earlier tonight on Dynamite. I actually watched that live while it was happening. Apparently, after the match, because he just watched his wife get a spike pile drive by these guys, and
what a sell too. What a sell.
Oh, I mean, she's always been great. Like I love her.
I've always loved her.
Yeah, she's always been underrated to me. But it's just like she sold it like the rent was due. But like so he goes back to her. He talks to Christian, and Christian is like, "Well, I lost my family," and he's like, "Well, hey, you still got family in me, but I gotta go. I gotta go do this." So,
because y'all, his contract is up next Thursday.
Please.
Wednesday, October 1, his contract was up with AEW.
And again, we talked about this in the group, and then we can move on. Like, this is John once again. Finally, Corey, pulling a power move. Finally saying, "I'm John Cena. Move out the way. I got this." Okay.
I don't know.
We can talk about it right now. We can talk about it right now.
What's going on?
Go ahead, Corey. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, please let that be what's going on, because if we leaving it in the hands of these suits, y'all getting excited. Y'all getting excited for nothing, because we ain't gonna get what we want.
I know, but do we think that's actually legit though? If they put that on AEW TV, that he would be like, "Hey, I'm out of here," and that it's usually if the fans see it on TV that it's like a story. You know what I mean? Like, do we think it's story, or do we think that's legit? Because
I mean, we've seen recently. We saw Ricochet get like thrown through a plate glass window, like a car, and then he was gone. And then just last night, Jasmine Nix on NXT. So
yeah, she's gone. She released a video today explaining that she's not going to renew her contract.
But isn't this like, weren't they saying that Edge, he was injured so Tony could tack on time to his contract?
Well, we didn't confirm that. We knew that his contract was up at the end of September. As of October 1, he is no longer with AEW. So, and
I'm Tony, I'm extending it.
Concerned that they were adding on to it because of his injury.
Injury time, yeah. If I'm Tony, I'm doing that.
Tony is a wrestling geek. Like, okay, yep. Tony loves wrestling. Tony will see. And this is something that WWE wouldn't do. Tony understands some things are bigger than this back and forth between him and the boys up north.
Mhm.
Let Adam go do this real quick,
I don't know,
and then he
man.
can always come back.
Yep.
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
know.
So it's like,
Especially with WWE always trying to counter program them. I don't think Tony should just let it go. To be honest,
No,
like,
but Travis, this is why I would let it go, because everybody's old enough to remember the WCW WWE wars when DX invaded WCW that night, right? I think it was in Virginia.
they were just in Norfolk at the stove. I never forget it.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So what did Kevin Nash say? I would have let them in the building because everybody would have watched my show instead of watching Raw. That's what I would do if I'm Tony. Let him go to there for a week or two, and then let him come back to my show because I'm going to get the juice that he just generated off of John Cena and bring him to my show.
I don't think it's going to be a week or two, though. I don't think it's a week or two.
Even if it's a week, if it's a month, it's got to be a couple months.
WWE is going to lock him up, dude. WWE is going to lock him up.
TKO is not letting that happen.
They're going to lock him up.
He's going to get what they call a multi-year deal. They ain't letting that boy go back.
Bro, he'll get the Legends deal. He'll
get the Legends deal, sure, yeah.
If John wants him to come back for 2 months just for his, just do. If he only wants 2 months, give him 2 months. I want to wrestle him.
I don't think he's going to do that. I think whatever contract Edge signs next, I think it's his last one. Like, I don't think he's.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's going back. I don't think he's going back. I don't think.
For him, why not sign a Legends deal with WWE?
Yeah, because I think in WWE's eyes too, they probably know what you're saying, Barry. Like, let him come here for 2 months, and then when he goes back to AEW, which he probably will if we don't sign him, then that means he's got all that juice. People are going to go watch that, and I don't think they want that. They're trying to shove AEW in the mud so hard with everything they do now, even though they consider them not competition. They still try to do that, and I don't think you're going to say, "Hey, Edge, come here for a month, and then after that, you can do whatever the hell you want." No, I think if he's coming back, he's locked in. And I think the same thing for Jericho. I think the same thing for Christian. Whenever these guys are up with AEW, I think WWE just locks them in.
I'm gonna.
I mean, I could be wrong, obviously.
I don't disagree with you. I see what you're saying, and everybody heard what Hunter said or Paul Levesque said. Everybody's calling him to come back, and who showed up last night? Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder. Which I think they botched a little bit. I didn't like how they brought him back. It just did the curl, right, Steve? The curl didn't.
It didn't quite curl all the way with the. That should have been a bigger deal.
Exactly, it should have been a much bigger deal than like having him in the crowd, no camera, no light on him. You barely saw. You knew it was him.
I know it doesn't make sense story-wise, but if he did what Santana did, like if he popped up and then he joined commentary, like that would have been crazy because Matt Cardona's here and he's on commentary, even though it made more sense for Santana because he's in the feud. But like Matt Cardona's name and him coming back, like, dude, put him on commentary. Everybody's gonna be tuned in. Like, what does he have to say?
He doesn't even have to be on commentary, Travis. Like, just have him come out and then you have commentary. Like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Get out of here. And
he's just standing there.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? That would have worked. Go ahead, AV.
Yeah. You guys have been going. I tried to stick my head in here a few times, but it's all good. Let you guys roll. But so I'm going to throw this at you guys from a different direction. Going back to the Cena thing where Edge paid Adam Copeland paid tribute, that entire crowd was into that and knew exactly what was going on. So if AEW does let him out of this contract and lets him go, that's going to give them a little bit more respect from the WWE fan side than if they hold him back. So I think if they're smart, they'll let him do this and come back for as long as he wants. Might draw some more people to say, hey, maybe they're not as bad as we think. And as Steve said, it wasn't a bad show. I haven't watched but maybe 3 or 4 clips of AEW, and I watched quite a bit of that. So I'm saying it might be a good thing business wise for them to let Copeland come back and wrestle Cena.
Hey, you know what was funny? You know what's funny when Edge did that 5-knuckle shuffle? If you go back and watch that, like the announcers are just quiet the whole time. They don't know what to call.
They didn't sell it. But I feel like it was one of those things where like Jim Ross was and still the best at sometimes letting the action speak for itself.
Sure.
Just kind of let it go. You like everybody watching it, you know what you were seeing. You knew what you were seeing. They didn't have to give a play-by-play of that. You knew exactly what was going on in that moment. And sometimes things are better left unsaid. You know.
Yeah,
But like,
exactly.
so yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, they knew what they knew what they was seeing. So yeah,
No, they knew what they seen, but they didn't want to put it over at all. They were just like,
they definitely didn't sell it at all. Yeah.
like,
It
can we
over,
say
but they
anything?
knew to step back and let it be, let it breathe. So
You think that's what it was? You think
I
that's
think it was them sitting back and letting it breathe. Yeah.
yeah, I think they I think out of respect for John, I think Jim just let it be. Like, you know what I mean?
I hope that's what they did.
I hope so too. And honestly, I'm glad that I don't know who mentioned it. Maybe it was Corey or maybe it was AB. I'll let you guys get into it. That, you know, John is say, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. I'm wrestling AJ Styles at Crown Jewel, and I don't care what you say. I got 5 days left. This is my ticker. If I got to waste my time, do a 8-minute squash match against somebody that doesn't deserve it, you're going to give me what I want. You want the squash match? I bet you this is how it went down. You want the squash match on WrestlePalooza to open the show? I'm wrestling AJ Styles at Crown Jewel. What are you going to do? Like, checkmate. I hope that's what happened. I pray to God that's what happened. But anybody, go ahead, get in where you fit in. Like, John is taking the reins. If you think the first half of his quote unquote, you know, retirement tour was crap, I think the back half, this is John saying, this is how I want to do it.
Like, the back half started like shit because that match with Lesnar made no sense to me whatsoever.
Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage.
And that's all I'm going to say.
I don't get why we waited.
Right.
It's John Cena. He could have did this in March.
Mm-hmm.
This whole year could have been John's doing what John wants, and nobody would have said anything. I'm irritated that he let it go on for so long. He knows this. He knew this year was crap.
Mm-hmm.
He knew it. Like, I just would. That's all I got. I just wish he would have did it sooner.
Yeah, I agree with you, Corey. I feel like this should have been John Cena going out his way, the way he wanted to. It's like, you want to wrestle this person, fine. You want to do this, you want one last Hell in a Cell match, sure. You want a Chicago street fight when we go to Chicago, sure. Whatever you want, John. You want to wrestle underneath the Eiffel Tower, whatever, we'll do it. Like, it should have been whatever he wanted. But Corey, I'll say this. This is why John Cena's the best, because he was like, okay, guys, y'all got it. I'll let creative do y'all job. I'm going to be the good soldier that I've always been. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do this thing. I think if you got caught him in a moment of truth, it's like, John, did you really think like the whole Rock thing? Like, I would love to know what he really thought about, like, Dwayne, like, goodbye, everybody. Got to go shoot Jumanji 3. Have a good one. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I wish they would have let Cena do this his way the entire time instead of like whatever that first like 6 months was.
Well, I mean, I think up until what was it? The first month when he came back he came back on Netflix, went to Rumble, and then went to he didn't appear from Rumble until Elimination Chamber, but that window you got the good feel, and then it just kind of turned. He did his heel turn, which I liked at first, and then you could kind of feel like he was waiting for people to come back, and it never happened. And he's like stuck holding the bag, like, well, what am I supposed to do now? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Like, what am I?
So then you blow it all up, and then you start over, and it's like, nope, none of that ever happened. You know, it's like they got like the Men in Black thing. You know, and you like,
right.
You know.
You just said I was having a bad day. Travis, go ahead.
You know, when he first announced that he was retiring, like, last year was whatever.
Yeah.
Triple H mentioned that they had a whole year planned out for him for his final year, and then during the Unreal documentary, if you guys watched it, there's a moment on one of the episodes where Triple H is talking to Cena about this whole thing, and Triple H is like, Cena said, it's got to be really bad for us to fuck this up, and it's like, they did like
they did.
I just feel like that the rest of what we're seeing now wasn't part of the plan that was drawn out for the whole year. I think now, like you guys are saying, I think we're just freestyling. I think Cena's just like, who could I go against now? Yeah, AJ. I can do another AJ match. Is Edge around? Can you buy out the rest of Edge's contract? Let's get Edge in here. Like
Yeah.
I think we're doing all of that now. And honestly, if you asked me, at least from my opinion, if you told me that Cena had 32 days left or only 32 appearances the next year, his final year, I would have been more than okay if all of those were just straight up matches with no builds. Just give me Cena versus whoever here, Cena versus whoever here. I don't need a story. I know it's your last year. I know you're not really going for anything here other than the 17th championship. Other than that, we don't need like a blood feud. We don't need any of that. Just tell me Cena versus AJ next week. Cool. Cena versus Randy 3 months from now. Cool. I'm all right with that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm more than all right with that. I feel like
Cena could have just went out there every week. And he could have been like, "If you want some, come get some." And he could have been like,
someone else
here's AJ Styles. Yeah. Here's Randy Orton. Here's we could just do
like, honestly,
even done a fan poll. It's next year. Okay, fans, what are the top 10 people you'd like to see him wrestle next year?
Yeah, like honestly, like go ahead, AB. I'm sorry.
Not just like Steve's idea, like he did the U.S. Open challenge,
exactly.
the Farewell Tour Open challenge. Who wants to fight me tonight?
I mean, look how many people we're not going to be able to see Cena get in there with. That I was hoping that we'd be able to see him get. Like Braun Breaker is like immediately to me. Braun Breaker should have been one of Cena's guys. Dominic Mysterio should have been one. I would have been happy with Finn.
I think we're gonna squeeze Dom in there. I got a feeling we're gonna squeeze Dom in there. I don't know how, but I think we're gonna squeeze Dom in there.
That's a name that's floating around.
All these names
I would finish with Dom because now you can make Dom. Cena ain't never.
They're not going to, Corey.
Well, no. They're not going to, but I would finish with him because Cena's never won the IC belt. You put him in there as last night. You put him in there as last night, and you have Dom cheat his ass off. And
I was gonna say Dom wins, dude.
Yeah,
that would have been cool.
And now Dom's the biggest heel going into next year.
Now he's got the
bigger than he is now.
But do you know who the last match is going to be? It's going to be Brock Lesnar.
It's going to be Brock Lesnar.
It's going to be Brock Lesnar.
Can I tell you,
already know that. He's gonna go out in a blaze of glory, finally get the win over Brock Lesnar, and then he's gonna bow out. That's exactly what's gonna happen, and we can shake our head.
They've already said they're not wrestling Brock again.
We should all make
that was done.
The only way to
why we have him lose in a squash match?
Oh, jeez.
The only way to make that make sense, and this is not my idea. I heard somebody actually. I think I heard Bully Ray say it. You have Brock squash him. And there you have Brock squash people for the next couple months, and whoever you want your next star to be, and they were talking about Braun.
Is the one that wins.
Braun.
You have him go to WrestleMania, and you have him beat Brock, and now he's the next big thing.
He's the Giant Slayer.
I thought they were saving it for Gunther, but it looks like it's going to be Braun.
Correct.
Well, I mean, there's three guys that make sense: Gunther, Braun, and Jacob Fatu.
Yes.
And
where is he, by the way?
Yeah, that was gonna be my.
They shit all over him.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know right now of everybody that's gone that we don't know why.
Yeah, there's another guy that I would love Cena to mess around with in the ring is Jacob Fatu. But yeah, those are three guys that could use that boost. Listen, Brock stole that boost from Taker at WrestleMania when he broke the streak. It's time to give it back. He did a little bit with Roman. It's time for him to do it with somebody else too, and like
he did it with Cody too. I feel like he did it with Cody too.
A little bit, but I just want him to go. I want him to go away.
I mean,
I think he's going to beat Cody for that title. To be honest,
Win.
Don't make that happen.
Win.
I think he's going to beat him. I don't know when. Royal Rumble. I don't know. I don't know when.
Put that negative energy out there. Don't you do it.
Why would
you wait to get on this show after that happens? I can't wait.
But like, why would you bring Brock back? Why would you bring Brock back after all of the crap that he's been going through with like the news? You're taking a risk already. You bring him back. You have him demolish John Cena in a match. I don't think they did all of that just for Brock to put over someone else or just to disappear. Like, I think they're going to do something with Brock. I think he's going to win a title.
That's the only way it makes sense to me. The only way it makes sense for me for Cena to agree to do it, because we all know how Cena is. He's always going to do the right thing. If you're playing in on making the big star out of beating Brock, I'll do it. That's the only way I can see it making sense. Because winning a title can't be in the cards. If he wins the title, people are gonna lose their mind, and I'm here.
I think he is, dude. I think he's.
I hope. You know what? I hope you're right.
Why else would he say he wanted to talk to Heyman? We should talk. It makes sense.
I hope it was just because he wanted Heyman to announce him when he came to the ring, and that was
Right.
it.
No, I think he's
Or that's
keeping
how
him
we.
up.
I think
Or that's how we break up the division, because now the division just seems like two factions.
You get Brock and Braun for the title at that point.
I think
Yeah.
Brock is going to end because Heyman's talking to him. I think Brock's going to be Seth's final member in War Games.
That
And
I
then-
think it's good.
Yes.
That's going to lead to the long-term story.
Yes.
Brock and Seth.
You
that's
could
how you
have,
get.
or
Yep.
maybe you could have Braun in that match accidentally spear Lesnar, and then that's how we start the whole
whole
feud or
mess.
something. Yeah.
Travis, I like what you said before, though. I think we should all make a pick right now of who we think is Cena's last opponent's
Cena's
going to
last
be.
opponent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go around the room. Corey, you
Okay.
you think it? Who do you?
I think.
All right,
I
who
think
do
it's
you
Dom.
want it to be, and who do you think it's going to be? Because that could be two different things. So go ahead.
I want it to be Dom. Travis can talk me into Brock Lesnar though. I want Dom though.
Yeah, Stacey,
Just, poison minds.
who do you think it? Who do you want it to be, and who do you think it's going to be?
I mean, for pure nostalgia, I'm really hoping that what happened at AEW over the weekend was a spoiler, and it's Edge. I really, because we're not going to get them at War Games, so the only thing left for him, there's 2 Raws and Saturday Night Main Event, and I would love
Survivor
for pure
Series.
nostalgia.
Is he booked at Survivor Series? Do we know?
Yeah, he's booked.
He's booked.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I would love for pure nostalgia to be Edge. But if it's for somebody to put over, I agree. I would love it to be Dom. I think that would be a solid match. Or even Finn would be great as well. Either one I would love.
AB, who do you got?
I'm going to go way against the grain, but this is just what my gut's telling me the way this business is going. I would love to see Edge or Dom, but the way this business is, I could see them putting him against The Rock for his final match.
Interesting.
That's worse than Brock.
That is worse. That is worse.
Write it down.
Travis,
Write it down.
Travis, who do you got?
Same as AP. I was going to say the same thing. I would love it to be Edge, but I got a feeling it's going to be Rock, and then Rock's going to raise his hand at the end. All the pyro. Rock's going to look like this great. Oh, look what we just did for all you guys.
The final boss.
He's got to be involved in every big moment, and I think it's going to be Rock. But
That's not only that from his.
Can I ask
And
you a
to your point,
Can
it's
I
the
ask you a
easiest night to wrestle is Saturday Night Main Event because it's not really wrestling anyway.
But from a storytelling standpoint, he went back on what he was doing when he
Full circle.
turned.
Full circle.
Now The Rock's
Yeah.
going to get his revenge.
Do y'all think The Rock can, like, I brought this up last week. Have y'all seen him?
You're going
That
to bulk up.
motherfucker's going to
Fine.
start eating
He's
French toast and
fine.
bacon, and you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, he'll get back. He'll get back on his stack,
Cycle.
and then he'll be fine.
Right. For
It's
the
a
record,
cycle.
I don't want this to happen,
No,
but I see it happening.
That's
Yeah.
11 weeks. He can bulk up in 11 weeks.
I know. Kayfabe, who you
You
got?
had Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I was gonna say like watch it be The Rock, just because so then Rock can come in on his white horse and be like, look everybody, it's me. Remember me, The Rock. You know, but it's funny. This last match is gonna be in DC. It'd be funny if like Batista shows up because he's a DC resident, he's a DC boy through and through. That would be funny. Not to wrestle, but just to be there. I
He's
think
in
that
DC movies.
Yeah. He's unlike The Rock, he's a real actor.
He got nothing left. He said he got nothing.
He don't got nothing left. But like, yeah, I got a feeling, a sneaking suspicion that Dwayne's going to work his way back into this where he can share some of that spotlight. I would love for it to be Edge, just for like Stacey, for the nostalgia's sake. I would love for it to be Edge, but I got a feeling that we're gonna hear that final boss music, and he's gonna come, and he's going to affect the end of War Games some kind of way.
Yeah.
And then that'll set it up, and then
I can't see it because we all know The Rock doesn't like bad publicity, and they talking about he gonna win an Oscar for this movie coming out. So if
But
that
you know,
movie
Play
but-
back in for sure.
if that movie
I don't think
really-
anybody who votes for the Oscar, the Golden Globe, is going to be watching War Games or Saturday Night Main Event.
You're right, but his mind don't work like that. He don't want no bad.
Right.
He wants everybody to love him.
The only
Right.
reason why I think he wouldn't do it is because it's not a pay-per-view, so it's like he's not making money off of it. It's gonna be like
True.
on free TV. That's the only way I can see The Rock not doing it.
Mhm.
Well, no, all they got to do is just put like a Terramana ad in the middle of the ring or something like that or whatever. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll make up for it. He's got it on his trunks.
Mm-hmm.
The Brahma Bull in his trunks. He's just sipping on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Tell some tequila and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Tell him
Right.
tequila. I mean, I love the idea of Dom being his last match. I really want it to be Braun Breaker because it's just a dream match that you're never gonna get, and I would love it to be that way. I gotta go with my original thought. I hear what you guys are saying. I feel like it's gonna be Lesnar. I feel like Brock is gonna. I feel like he's gonna get that last win over him, that one last time. I feel like Brock owes him that for taking. What was it? I think he's still getting F5. If you turn on the lights in Indiana in the arena, I think he's still getting F5 right now. Even the referee ate an F5. That's how disgraceful it was. It was
like a champ. Like a champ, he took that.
Yeah, he took that bump. But I mean, like from love, it was what 7, 8 F5s, guys. Like, ugh.
I know we hate him, but do we think he actually do we think he was told, hey, you're gonna go over tonight, or do we think he politicked for it? Because I remember when he beat Taker at Mania, he didn't want to break the streak.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
No, he didn't. But that was Vince wanting something. That was Vince wanting something to be a bigger story than Daniel Bryan winning the championship.
Yeah.
Because that's all most people remember from that Mania, and that's a fantastic main event that came after that. So
I think I don't think he politicked for it. I actually feel like, because now that I thought about it afterwards, I feel like they were like, okay, Brock's going to be here even after Cena's gone. So it's like, why don't we give Brock this big, dominant, crazy looking win so that we walk away with this with our beast again. Like we got the beast back. And, Cena finishes out his year, and then, Brock can continue on being the dominant force he's been.
Yeah, because Cena doesn't need the rub. Brock, we're going to save that. Brock's going to give somebody else the rub down the line. And whoever that it may be it Braun Breaker, whoever, that's when it'll happen.
Well, and they had to capitalize on the hatred that everybody has for him, right? Like it's a polarizing topic for wrestling fans anyway. So why not have him come in and go full beast mode? And I mean, because you think about it, before he left, he'd started building, because he had a mouthpiece, a little more of a dynamic character build. We're back to just, ground and pound, right? It's just, he's just in to rip you up and die, because they want to capitalize for everybody's hatred, and they gave fans exactly what we expected to see.
And what you just said, they capitalize on the hatred. What I've been saying for weeks, we don't have that monster heel. We found him,
which is why
everybody hates him.
Which is why it would make sense for him to beat Cody. I'm just saying,
I'm with you, Wicked. Like it would make so much sense. It was just
people are gonna hate that dude. People are gonna hate that. And then now that he's a heel, Heyman will probably go back with him, because Heyman's best as a heel. So it's like, you're gonna have Heyman and Brock again. Brock's gonna beat Cody for the title, and then everybody's gonna watch, because everybody wants to see Lesnar lose, and he's just going to kill everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, but to me, the two biggest heels in the company are the two guys that everybody just doesn't want to see, or at least in my opinion, doesn't want to see: Brock Lesnar and Logan Paul. They don't hate him because they're supposed to hate him because they're the heel. They hate him because they don't want him here.
Well, but the difference of both of those, Dylan, is both of those have a fan following outside of hardcore wrestling fans. And that's the fundamental difference with both of them. Is hardcore as wrestling fans, we hate them, but your passive fans and your specific to Brock, your old UFC fans and the people that haven't been involved and really get what's going on, they don't understand why we're beefing with him. They don't understand why they don't like him. If you look in every post that Brock's in, or every post that you see Logan Paul on, for every 2 or 3 fans that are like, I hate this guy, there are another 50 fans that are like, this guy's an idol, he's an icon, I love him, he's a beast. In both respects, because it's the difference between the fundamental fans and the fair weather fans. And again, go back full circle to what we talked about at the beginning of the night. ESPN is capturing the fair weather fans, because they've already got us hook, line, and sinker. So we're gonna see the Brocks, and we're gonna see the Logan Pauls in different facets, because they're the names that are gonna bring in the people that aren't buying the $30 a month anyway, that will go, ooh, I like that guy back in the day when he was doing blah blah blah, or ooh, I follow that guy on YouTube. It's not about us. It is absolutely about the fair weather fan, and that's why we're going to see more.
Well, you wait.
Money too.
You wait until WrestleMania in Saudi. Then we really gonna get some.
Okay, so I have an opinion on that. I have an opinion.
I can't. Me personally, I can't wait until Logan Paul wins the Rumble. I can't wait.
I will tell y'all that when it comes to all of this, everything we've seen in the last 2 months, I mean, I think I said this on a post that Tag Team Twinning put up. The reality is that we have to know at U.S. fans, and y'all saw the ticket prices for WrestleMania 42 packages come out this week.
Stupid.
They are astronomically high, right? You think that we've got a WrestleMania the next year in Saudi. We as American fans are mad, but here's the reality. It's not really about us that much anymore. Because we are not the fans that are willing to pay.
Well,
it's the overseas fans in every single respect. If you watch every post, the UK fans talk about, we'll pay whatever it takes. The France fans, the Saudi fans, they're going to pay whatever it takes to get this there. So what's essentially happening is we might have been the originators of the fan base, but we're the fan base that's going to end up watching the majority of this stuff on PLEs anyway. And the money is where it's going, is taking it overseas because they are willing to pay whatever. And the difference in those fans is fans in Europe and fans in overseas, they have the passport and they have the funds. They're going to travel to these other countries and they're going to make the difference. And that's why, unfortunately, we're the origin, but we're not the future.
That makes sense though, because still, like, everybody in the United States has to pay for ESPN to watch.
Yes.
But it's included on Netflix for international fans. So it's
everything is all in one spot.
So it's like the international fans will pay for the Mania crazy prices, and then we're still going to get our crazy amount of money from the ESPN app from the United States fans. Dude, it's so crazy how money hungry it is.
It's diabolical.
It is, dude. It's so crazy.
Not only that though, but when you take it overseas, when you finally bring it back, you'll have the American fans willing to pay because they haven't had Mania in a year or two.
But you know who those fans are though, Corey? It's not us. It's the fair weather fans that are the single guys that are in their 20s to mid 30s that love Logan Paul and love Brock Lesnar.
This is very targeted. This is very.
I feel attacked. I didn't mean that bad.
I'm not even either one of those things, but I still felt a little like,
I didn't mean that bad, but those are the fans that are going to have the money to burn to do that. Those are the fans that are going to be able to pay those prices that, five guys going in together or a group of single people that don't have kids are like, I can pay for my ticket only.
Yeah.
Let's do this. But that's the evolution of the pricing that we are going to get to where American families will be on screen only. Or I think the next evolution of this is we'll become stronger NXT fans and TNA fans, and we'll see the build and ticket prices and the families reverting to those places because we can afford it there where we can't afford it for wrestling or wrestling.
Hey, not for nothing, real quick. Me, my wife, and my daughter, we could have went to AEW tonight in Pittsburgh. 3 really good tickets for like $100.
See, that's going to be the build. The American fans are going to see a shift to NXT, AEW, and TNA. Well, because we're going to pay for all the other stuff on subscription.
Well, there's another layer to this too that I don't think a lot of us realize. I have friends that we have a friend that lives overseas. Mm-hmm. You can't watch Monday Night Raw till Wednesday.
Yep.
You can't watch a PLE to the following day. So now they're getting to watch these events live without getting them spoiled on the internet for them. I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't think that the future for us from a WWE perspective, the money is not us. So we're willing to pay to watch it on screens where the overseas crowds, no matter where that overseas is, they're putting the money into the live events. And that's why it makes sense to do WrestleMania in Saudi.
Yeah, the money's in green everywhere you go across the world, but it does exchange in green, right? So when they cash it in, they're going to get their money either way. So, we can complain about it going overseas and going into Saudi for WrestleMania 43, but that was the wave of the future. When it was in Canada that 1 year or a couple years, nobody batted an eye. When it was in the Toronto Skydome, the Skydome a couple times, You know what I mean? It was across the pond, it was across the river, whatever, but it was international. Now it's like really a thing, you know. And now it's going to be, what's the next big market that can get a WrestleMania? Is it London in Wembley Stadium?
That should have been first, in my opinion.
I think they should have got one first. I think
they should have
you got all those big soccer stadiums. You got Tottenham Hotspur. You got all these big stadiums over where you can have it at. You know, and again, France, like they got the PSG stadium, like Paris FC stadium right there in Paris, where you can like put a bunch of people in there. It's like you could have had it there. It's like
what are you gonna do? You're gonna have WrestleMania at 6:00 in the morning in America?
Why does it matter? We're gonna watch, Corey.
I don't know about that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, think about that. They are already grooming us to do that. They are already showing 7 a.m., 6 a.m.s, 9 a.m.s, 11 a.m. PLEs, and then they just put on repeat for us to watch at our leisure because that's who we are anyway. We're streamers. I want to watch an entire series over a 6 weeks time frame because it's all loaded up in one time. So they can put the pre-post show and all of it together. And when I wake up after my coffee, I put it on, me and the kids are watching it. I mean, that's the reality, is because we're old school, dedicated, devoted fans, and we're growing up generationally kids that are devoted fans, we're evolving with it. We don't have to evolve with the price, because the other side of that is that's why they're doing, you know, AMC movie classics and all of these bars and stuff that are doing hosting events now that you pay and you go see it with a bunch of people. That's the evolution for us. Is we go and pay and see it somewhere that is still not live for us, but it's also not as expensive. Right. I'm telling you, it's genius, because we will still be fans. We're not going to stop watching because that's what we do, but then they make the $3 on the live seats overseas.
Who here is not going to watch WrestleMania?
Right.
I mean, if I'm different, and I know I'm not the only person like this. If I don't see it live, I'm not going to watch it.
That's a lie, Corey. You're going to watch WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania.
I'm telling you, if WrestleMania is on at 7:00 in the morning, and say I get up and I watch it, but I missed the first hour. And
you're not gonna go back and watch the first hour.
I'm not gonna go back and watch it. I'm gonna see it on.
Or
in this day and age with Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, you don't really have to. You can whatever happened in that first hour that you miss is gonna be all over the timeline anyway. So I mean, I
got y'all, and I got, like, on Fridays, my son played high school football. I haven't seen SmackDown in weeks. Y'all tell me what happened. I get the rundown from y'all.
Not much.
But you don't watch it the next day. You don't watch it.
I'm the same way, honestly.
I'm like Corey.
I'm not watching it.
I work Friday night, so I don't get a chance to watch SmackDown live that often.
You guys remember?
I might be out or something on a Friday night. You know, my wife is bowling or something, and my kids might have an event. But I will watch it the next day if I have a chance. I will watch it because I like to watch it. You know, I'll fast forward to the commercial.
Yeah, I'll put it on Saturday morning while we're getting ready to go to gymnastics or tumbling or whatever. I'll just put it on. You know, so that's usually what I do.
Because in reality, the only place that wrestling, that WWE goes to right now that it wouldn't be on at like 11 or 10 is Australia. Because when it's in Riyadh, it's going to be on at 11 o'clock Eastern time. That's not too early in the morning.
The idea that I can go back the next day and watch SmackDown because it was DVR'd or something, it's something 20 years ago when I was a kid I couldn't do. If I missed Raw, I missed Raw.
Forever.
You just missed Raw, and you had to watch the highlights on next week's Raw.
Or Saturday, or Saturday mornings things. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. So like, I have the luxury to do it, and so I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't watch. I think one of the PLEs that was early, I didn't catch it because I was out. I had to be out, but I was able to watch it just like it was Raw. I turned my phone off. I was like, don't message me. I don't know. I didn't watch it. Don't message me. And I watched it. So.
And here's the other side, Corey. Even if you don't watch it, they still got your money.
They definitely got my money.
Yeah, they got.
Who cares if you don't watch it?
They definitely got my money.
They're still going to get your money because that's the play.
And that's why the matches are subpar, except for Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky, who, Io Sky, what a rough week for her. Not only did she lose at WrestlePalooza, she lost her friends, Akai, and Asuka. I mean, that was a brilliant heel turn to end Raw. Right. And I think, Corey, you might have mentioned it, but the repetitive Raw finally got out of its repetitive way, and we didn't have to see the bronze end the show against any of the Uso LA Knight combination. Like we actually saw Mommy. Oh, Mommy.
Lizard Mommy.
She
was
Smurf Mommy.
Smurf
Mommy. She
Smurf Mommy.
looked like she was covered. Oh my god.
Mommy. Yeah.
That was a great heel turn. That was a great way to end Raw and one of the better Raws we've seen in a while. So, but shout out to EO for having a tough week, but a really good week, and shout out to Stephanie Vercare, who that belt looks good on her, man. I think she's going to be a really good champion.
I forgot.
True.
Yeah. Everything was good on her. And look, big up to this. Look, this is something that I noticed a couple months ago, where they was like, hey, she's been working really hard on her English and she's been taking classes.
Yeah.
Her English has come a long way, and it's because of this. Because they're like, Stephanie, you might want to go ahead and get that English tightened up, baby, because you're going to be talking a lot here pretty soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What? Give her credit. She does the lessons every day. It's only been like what, 10 months?
10 months. Yep.
Yeah.
10 months.
10 months, and I've seen interviews with her with Chris Villette, and she says it's still difficult for her, to cut a promo, but you wouldn't know that. I appreciate that work because
and I like the fact that they had Pierce in there with her.
Yeah,
to kind of like help her along and stuff like that. I thought that was a very good idea.
Y'all heard her talk?
Yeah.
Yes, she has lips. They move, Corey.
I didn't know that.
Shocked.
You just had it on mute. You just had it on mute. You were like,
"Hey, look, I didn't know she was talking. She can do no wrong."
That's funny. That's funny. The same way, just like that Samantha Irwin video got posted in the group, and I was like, "It got sound on it." She sings. Oh, she sings.
Trying to help my brothers out, and y'all didn't see any sound.
That video was 10 hours long. That video was 10 hours long, and I was watching that damn thing. I don't know.
My dude said he watches Raw. He doesn't listen to Raw.
That's right.
Exactly. But no, her English has come a really long way, and she is a deserving champ. Like, she could have came in at Raw, didn't care about the craft of cutting a promo in English. She worked her way through NXT, and she deserved everything she got because she's a hell of a performer. I don't recall her having a bad match since she's been in WWE, and that's not a lot of people. I think you can say that about her. You could say that about EO. I would put Rhea in that conversation, and probably Bianca. I haven't seen people like them have a bad match, and she deserves it. Like, there's a lot of ways they could have went with that title, especially when Naomi, because Steve knows the Samurai Naomi was. I mean, I'm still living off of the clips of her. It like they cut together Naomi, her going savage mode on everybody. I'm still living off of that because it was just a vibe. But like to go from that and to have the title vacated, and we all knew that Stephanie was going to win that match. I think everybody on here, Travis, everybody picked her to win, but it still felt good.
It felt right.
It felt, you know what I mean? Like, I know we don't want to talk about all the matches, but that match was really good. It was really good storytelling. The oh my God, the spots. Oh my God, it was just so good. It was brilliant. And like when she pops up on the top rope, the way she does, and it's like you think she's gonna fall, but she never does. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's pitching a perfect game, that match, because they didn't miss a spot. There wasn't a botch. There wasn't a fall. It wasn't anything. It was just a brilliant match. But to have that match and to have her win it, it just felt good. It felt good.
Yeah.
And to Corey's point, that was the saving grace of the entire night.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
but you gotta have more than that. You gotta have more than that if you're going to ask. If you're going to ask all of this out of us, then you need to give in return. You're asking for our money. You're asking for our time. You're asking for all this. And it's like, you got to give us more than just that. While that was fantastic, it was amazing, match of the year candidate, you got to give us more than that, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's matches like that justify me paying the $30.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But it's not just one match, like Steve's saying. Like, it's got to be if there's 5 matches, at least 3 of them's got to be that kind of quality.
Yeah.
Like at least 3. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more than just 5 matches on these. Like, I feel like they're going to try to milk this for as much as they can, and they might just go quantity over quality, which is never good. But like, I feel like they're going to be like, well, you didn't like the way all that was. Okay, let's add 2 more matches to the card, and let's see if you like it now as a whole. But like, I just feel like if ESPN is going to keep giving them low grades, it's going to force them to change stuff, and eventually fans are going to just be like, this is not worth $30. I can't do this. Like, I'm going to cancel, because I felt robbed after that day. And I'm just like, bro, like, it was a different story when it was on Peacock. It was a different story if you're watching on Netflix. But like that $30 for that, like, I don't know. I could have, that's gas for me. I could have.
I wasn't going to pay $6 to watch it.
And that extra $6. But you know what was funny to me, because I have Fubo TV, so I was getting worried that, because I had to go through steps to get it. I had to verify my account. I had to log in on my phone, and then, go through this process. And I was like, do I have to pay for this? Do I actually get unlimited with my Fubo? Like, what the hell? And it finally came on. I was like, all right, good, because I was going to get pissed. And go through all that and then get a good match. But like what I said, it was like, I'm old enough to remember when you had to pay $40 for every pay-per-view.
$50 every month.
We're spoiled. We're effing spoiled, dude. Like, seriously, like, every pay-per-view, if you wanted to watch WWE and WCW, $40 a pop.
Yeah.
Every day on pay-per-view to watch their pay-per-views, good, bad, or indifferent. It was once a month, but you had to pay the money. And
I had to pay.
And we never batted an eyelash.
I mean, I was a kid, so it wasn't coming out of my pocket. My mom was paying for it. But I'm paying for it.
Y'all,
I had to pay,
and I paid it every single month.
When I got older, I had to pay for it because my dad's like, you want it, you pay for it. So I had to pay for it. And then, luckily I worked there at WWE and I got it for free. But, that's another story for another day. But I mean, like, still, you had to pay. And back then, $40 back then is like, or even $20 or $30 back then is like $80 to $90 today. Like, we had, if you were a fan that was our age back then, you had to pay that. You had a black box.
Stop saying back then. You're making us feel really effing old, bro.
Yeah, but seriously, like, if you didn't have a black box, that's how you paid. You had to pay for it.
Yeah, but
or you didn't see it.
But look at the cards you were getting, though. Look at the names on the cards. I mean,
True.
Austin Rock, Kane Taker, Triple H Mankind. I mean, you were getting like the best of the best. Like, I'll pay $50 for that, but I'm not going to pay, $30 to watch, LA Knight get his teeth kicked in by like Bronson Reed. That's just weird. Like, it doesn't fit that price for me. But like,
but I think
I love
in
them all.
those days, Travis, we didn't know what we had.
We did.
Because I was an adult. And I will say the difference, too, between then is, y'all, I'm a huge boxing fan, and I didn't miss a Tyson fight. I didn't miss a Sugar Ray fight. I mean, we got them all. So we were paying monthly for most any boxing match. We were paying for every WCW, every WWF back then. So we were spending a lot of money. But what we did is you had a group of friends come over and everybody chip in a couple bucks, and that's what you did.
Oh, yeah.
It was the actual event that's what we're missing now, is we don't make these an event anymore. Because first of all, we have so many of them. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not having a group of people at my house every 3 weeks.
Right? If it was us, you'd have it every 3 weeks.
Yeah. So it's different. We're paying for a streaming service. So the convenience is, I mean, I'd have you guys over every week if we lived in the same spot. We could just do this together. But the difference now is we don't pay for one specific thing anymore. The idea is you're paying for the access to whatever you want whenever you want it. And that's the fundamental difference about why all of this works, is we're just different people now. Like, to Barry's point, I mean, I remember ordering VHS tapes of WrestleManias after I watched them, so we would have them.
Yeah, I had to go to Blockbuster.
Yep.
I watched WrestleMania when SummerSlam was coming out because I got the tape. If somebody returned that tape to Blockbuster, and they better around that shit too. Like,
and it was a 6-month turnaround to get it on VHS, right?
That's right.
And mom with the two VCRs so she could bootleg it, so we had a copy at home. I mean, it was just different. We just look at things differently now. We're not paying for one single thing anymore. We're not paying for PLEs. We're paying for the idea of now I can watch 30 by 30 whenever I want it. I can watch, Stephanie's places and Peyton's places and Eli's places now whenever I want it. And to most of us, we have the Hulu Plus subscription. So now it just meant that we have Hulu, Disney, and ESPN. So it's no different. And that's the unfortunate. That's the thing, that this just doesn't feel as special and as unique as it used to, because you had to invest in it for that one major event. So the buildup was different.
They could, though.
Yeah.
They could make it feel that way. They really could.
Thank you, Travis. They have the power. The power is in their hands. They could change this literally right now. It's up to them. It's not up to us. It's up to them. They could trim the fat if they want to. But they do things like, but it's like we complain about a 3-hour SmackDown. Oh, 3-hour SmackDown is too long. Oh my God. So they cut it. They're like, you know what? Okay, we're gonna cut it down to 2 hours and we're gonna make it worse. You like that? Huh? Yes. We're gonna cut off an hour and we're gonna make it worse.
That's right.
So that 2 hours is gonna feel like 3. So
And it should be even easier for them now, because before, we keep saying back then, but before it was only like the male talent that was great, and then you had to figure out how to just make the male talent look good. Now it's easier for them because the women's talent's the best it's ever been. So you have equally good male and
than the
females.
men.
Dude, it is a lot of cases. It is you could easily Evolution this year was unbelievable.
This is probably one of the year.
PLE of the year.
And look how much little build went into that. Sometimes you don't even need to build. I feel like they try to overcomplicate things sometimes. It really doesn't need to be that hard.
Yeah. Imagine this, Travis. Imagine if they put Evolution, if they had the Evolution card on WrestlePalooza.
I would have been satisfied paying the $30.
Yeah.
But that Evolution pay-per-view didn't have any surprises. I don't need it. I don't need the surprises.
Yeah.
I need good quality for what I'm paying, dude. All the matches were amazing.
I need a reason to be invested. That PLE gave us reasons. It wasn't big time builds, but they gave us something. Monday night. Before Monday Night Raw, I had no interest in Cody and Seth. Man, after that little 5-minute promo they had, I want to see it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I didn't care less about that match a week ago. Now I'm like, hey, I gotta see this.
Yeah, that was two guys just at the top of their game going at it, and that was fantastic.
Masters of the class.
Yeah.
It's probably a conversation for another day, but do we all think Seth wins this one, or you think Cody's going to keep it going?
We got time. Charles, we got time, man. You coming back for it, getting a place on the couch and talk about that next week.
Just saying,
For sure.
No, I don't know. I mean, right now, I think Cody goes over, but I
can't do it.
Honestly,
I need Seth to win that, man.
Him bringing up the fact that I beat you 3 times.
It's all about that ring too.
Yeah,
the ring, the watch. It's was this a token? Was it just it's like people forgot that the history that these two have. These two have big time history, and I feel like 5 minutes. Yeah,
I'm hooked.
Yeah, I'm already hooked.
How about to push my agenda? Brock Lesnar costs Cody Rhodes the match.
No, I think Punk costs Rollins the match.
You think so? Okay.
Rematch at Survivor.
I don't think.
But we got time. Listen, we got time. We can't do all this. I gotta pay bills. I gotta get you guys out of here.
Barry got to go to sleep. In other words.
Listen. I love you, baby. I'm coming to bed soon. I got talking to the microphone. I'm coming to bed soon. Nah, listen. We got so many theories we could throw out. I think Crown Jewel has. It can redeem WrestlePalooza if they do it right, and I think Seth Cody is a better match than Seth Drew. Seth Drew feels like a SmackDown main event. Seth Cody feels like a PLE main event, and I think
I'm gonna say it's better than anything they had the other night.
Yeah, so just off the rip, you're getting that, and you already. I think you got AJ Styles and John Cena. That'll be anything better than F5 Palooza that we got. You know what I mean? So already you're off to a good start. So and let's be clear. the potential of anybody versus Stephanie Becker on the women's side, that might cook too.
I'm just
So,
happy. I'm just happy AB and Stacey getting what they want. Rhea's not in the match. I'm just happy we don't have to do that this week. I'm so happy that they put her in the tag match so that I don't have to argue.
Done. We're done. You know, I will not take the disrespect. We will not do it.
I'm not saying I don't want her in the match. I'm saying AB and Stacey would have complained all night.
No.
If she
I'm
was
very glad
No.
that she didn't come out afterwards when Stephanie won the belt and try to take that moment away from her. I'm coming for you now. I'm so happy that.
Oh man, I was so ready to hear "This Is My Brutality" after Stephanie won. I was like, here comes.
They're setting up for War Games. You can already tell.
Everybody's getting kicked off the damn thing.
No.
No,
You can tell it's
do
for
not
War
talk
Games.
about mommy this way. You don't talk about my mom.
She gets to. Hey, look. Nobody wanted the title to go right on her as soon as Stephanie won it, and now we don't have to worry about it. Because I forgot about this Crown Jewel Championship. I forgot about that.
There's at least 2 months she's going to hold this belt.
Sure.
I think
Sure.
so. Okay, real quick, and then I'll get you guys out of here. It's a triple threat match on SmackDown that Corey's not going to watch because he doesn't watch SmackDown now.
You tell me about it.
I know. But who do you want to see face Stephanie Becker at Crown Jewel? Tiffany?
I don't even have to hesitate. I want Tiffany to win and face her.
Okay.
I think logically, Nia would probably be the answer, but I don't think you're going to have Nia win the title just for her to lose to Stephanie like a week later or whatever it is. So I think it will be Tiffany. Like, yeah, I think you're going to have the two, I guess, baby faces go at it, but I don't think Stephanie loses to Tiffany though.
I don't think Stephanie loses for a while.
I feel like Nia and Jade can cook a little longer over the long winter into next year, and Tiffy can figure it out. But I think Tiffy and Stephanie make a better match. I think those two in the ring together will cook a little bit better. But anybody against Stephanie's going to make anybody look good. She's just that really good. So I don't know.
Keep Jade out of there.
What's that?
Keep Jade out of there for a little while longer.
See, I think they're going to pull the rug out.
Now you're going to make Stephanie look
there. And that's why I've been struggling, because it's like I think Tiffany, but man, it's just I feel like you can kind of feel it with Jade. Jade's gaining some momentum, and she's been working better in the ring and all this stuff like that. And I can just see this being her time, and then them having this big, Stephanie Bach. Because I mean, look, I'm sorry, Stacey, but I gotta say this: like, just to be able to look at those two in the ring, Jade and Stephanie, okay, that's worth the price of admission right there. Okay, so
you already know Booker he gonna buy his front row ticket. He gonna be on the first thing smoking to Australia, sitting in.
They're gonna be on special guest commentary. Booker T has made it to first.
Booker, you ain't booked to be here. What are you doing here?
That's just.
How are y'all gonna hear his voice anyway? Whoever's on commentary on that match, y'all gonna be like, watching on mute.
That's true.
That dude ain't gonna be able to get up from behind the table.
Like, oh, did you hear who commentated? They're like, somebody spoke.
I think they're gonna put the strap on Jada. I really do. I think it's time to do it. This is the perfect time to do it, because honestly, Nia is gonna kill Stephanie if it's logistical point of view. Like, she's just a bigger human being than she is. It's like Cena and Lesnar. So I think they put the strap on Jade, let her have a couple months with it and see how she does.
You don't think it's too early to see Jade and Stephanie in the ring together though?
No, because it's a champion versus champion. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really kill them, whoever loses that match.
Yeah, it's not like the titles on the line, the crown jewel, whatever thing is on, so it's not, they both walk away from the match still champion. So it
still have their belt.
Yeah, well, the belt, and the crown jewel belt doesn't leave the country apparently. So
and you can still have some.
Well, you can't lift it up. You can't lift it up. Things like 3,000 pounds with all those rubies and emeralds and stuff like that on. You literally cannot move it. So like they got to keep it there.
I don't know how you guys feel, but I was actually thinking Jade was going to beat Tiffy at SummerSlam for that title. I was actually.
That's what I thought.
I did. Yeah.
I was shocked she beat her clean. I thought
I was there, and it was a good match. It was a good match.
It was great.
We all
And that's
said
why
it.
I think
We all said
Jade
it.
has some momentum going. So I feel like this could be her time.
The crowd
Because
popped for her.
everybody wants to give her crap, and I think it's honestly, I'll just put it out there. I think it's because she's a sister, that people kind of give her a little bit of disrespect. But from where she started in WWE till now, I think she's put on some really good matches.
Mhm.
I think she's gotten a lot better in the ring. I think her promo work needs a little bit of tweaking, but I think you could say that about a lot of people. We said it about Bailey Cakes, who's gone, completely schizo. Um, but honestly, I've been really impressed with her this year. I think she's had a really good year. I don't think Tiffy's reign has been underwhelming. I think it's actually gotten better as it's gone along, and I think because of that, I think dropping it to Jade makes it better. In my mind, like in a weird way, I think it makes both of them better. Dropping it to Jade and then giving Tiffy a little bit of revenge and getting the shot back and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Tiffy will be the one to go to Crown Jewel, but I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Just because of what Steve said, to see those two in the ring together, Jade and Stephanie, I think Booker will definitely. I think he'll be put out of the house. I think Shawn Michaels will put him out of the house.
I think that match will bring out the Booker in all of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude,
all day.
I've been trying to tell everybody that, like, Jade. I don't think Jade is ever going to be like Charlotte Flair or Asuka. Like, I don't think anybody should ever expect her to be that good. Like, she's never gonna be that. Like, I think she's fine the way she is. I mean, she's an imposing figure regardless. She's huge and jacked. Like, she doesn't need to be technically perfect. She could be just a beast in the ring. And some moves look a little rough, some moves look a little sloppy, whatever. I mean, sometimes Sheamus comes off that way. Sheamus is a big dude. He hits hard.
Yeah.
Like Rusev hits hard. Jade could hit hard and still get the message across. I don't think she needs to be like this, 10 out of 10 in the ring. And I don't think she's ever going to be that.
No. You don't need to be Bret Hart or whatever. Like, you don't need to be like this master technician or whatever like that. She doesn't need to be the excellence execution out there. She does need to be safe. It needs to be clean. Yeah. And that's all she needs to be.
And I think for the most part she is pretty safe. And the only thing I have to be the adult in the room about it. She does need to kind of the gear. It's the bottom half. I appreciate it as a man, but like,
whoa.
Like we see a little bit too much of the glory down there.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
As a creep, the villain, I get it.
Who are we to judge, Barry? Who are we to judge
how she wants to wear?
She's comfortable. She's comfortable.
Yeah, she's comfortable. But like, honestly, like let's be real. Like we need a little bit more cotton. A little bit more.
I can say that for Tiffy actually.
Yeah.
Tiffy's always popping out.
She's been having some malfunction. All right, the show's kind of gone off. Anyway,
this is going south real quick.
This is going south.
I'm not going to complain about anything y'all talking about.
This is what happened when Sirius leaves the keys with me and lets me run the
it's
show.
That after dark show.
Yeah.
It's like the boys start working a little blue. It's getting late. It's like
and then Stacey's gonna be texting me later. That wasn't good. No,
look at her face. Her face says it all.
I forgot to ask, and talking about the women got me thinking about it. Monday, Becky said something about when her and Seth was arguing in the back. She said something about I'm gonna go make a statement. Did I miss something, or did nothing happen with Becky after that?
Nothing happened. I think they tried to book it, right? Who has no commercials?
There is no such thing anymore, villain. Is no commercials.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I triggered. Sorry. But no, I don't know if she did something during the break or something. I don't know. I didn't see the statement. I don't know. Nothing happened.
Okay. I just thought maybe I missed something.
No. I feel you, Stacey. Stacey's like, I'm not made out of money, even though she is. Stacey is very well.
No, I'm still paying.
But
commercials.
Get your money back.
Yeah.
Get your money, girl.
Because I'm missing New Day, and you guys know I love New Day. Thank God for the New Day.
Day sucks. Nah,
I love
that
it's
Mexican,
the old day.
Dude, that Mexican destroyer off the
to
top
Grayson.
rope
Oh my goodness,
sick! Oh my God, that was sick. Oh man, like dude, and give Penta and Grayson credit because
Yes.
Penta is very safe in the ring, despite that move being completely. It can go sideways a lot of different ways, and Grayson really sold it.
It takes two to tango because for that move to work and to look as good as it does, it takes two to tango with that move. That's why you have to really trust somebody when you're doing that move.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
unbelievable.
The War Raiders out of there to be.
Stacey, the War Raiders brought to you by Clash of Clans. Not just the War Raiders.
Right.
The War Raiders brought to you by Clash of Clans.
That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot our sponsors.
Yeah, Raw.
I love Grayson Waller with them. Like it is my new favorite. I could do an entire show just on the three of them.
Yeah,
you like it?
I'm glad.
Yes!
I'm glad.
No, I think Waller's good with them. I think he fits.
I think he is good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the odd couple kind of deal.
Social media work that they're doing, like
if you like
the
it, I
whole
love
thing that Xavier put out this week, totally crashing out about Jay hitting himself in the head. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. It's like beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, nasty work, and I'm all about it.
I love it. I listen. I can watch that all day. But I'm gonna get you guys out of here. I appreciate everybody coming through. Even AB, you know, I gotta steal a line from Sirius. I have to do it. Sorry, you know I love you, bro. Sirius would be mad if I didn't give you crap. You know, I gotta do a little bit.
Don't be a follower.
No, listen.
Don't be a follower.
Listen,
that's right.
I know. Do the original. Be original. Listen, I appreciate Wicked Bitter. Thank you so much for coming through. Always welcome on the show. I feel like you're going to be a regular soon enough. But I love, and I'm glad you didn't have that stupid Boston cap on your head, even though they're doing us a favor.
Here we go.
Thank you for handing us the division. I appreciate it. We needed
my life,
you know.
Did the Chiefs win this week?
No. What? Why would you do that? Do you want me to kick you out?
I love you. No.
I know. But no, at the end of the day, listen, Wicked, we love you coming on the show. Give us a plug. Plug your socials, your channel, everything. Go ahead, go for it.
Wicked Bitter everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. It's just Wicked Bitter everywhere you go. And if you like stupid, funny content, wrestling related, then that's TikTok and Instagram. And then the YouTube stuff is the more serious stuff. It's more of like my takes and reviews and predictions and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys having me on, man. I'm down to come on whenever you guys would like me on because I have a great time over here. It's cool. I love it.
We got your chair warmed up. You're
right.
always welcome. Always welcome. So thank you so much, Travis. Appreciate it. Corey, thank you so much for again being here. Always a pleasure having you here. Give us a plug to close as we get on out of here.
I'm gonna steal the line from Sirius, yo. If you see the show, like the show, follow the pages. All right, I'll see y'all next week.
Love you.
Awesome. Coach, aka Kayfabe is dead. I'm so glad you made it. I didn't know. I thought you're under the weather. I gave you a shout out. I know you felt it. You felt it. You were like AJ Lee. You heard the crowd rumbling for you. You came back. You made a surprise return. So we're glad to see you. Give us a plug. Give us a close. Get us out of here.
Look, like, hey, you see the show, share the show. Love coming in here, talking the business with you guys. And look, thank God for the new day. Thank God for prednisone and amoxicillin. And why I'm barely alive. Remember, everybody, kayfabe is dead.
Always. Thank you, Coach. AB, you know what to do, man. Give us a plug your show, your socials, all your channels. Go for it, bro.
As always, thank you guys. I love my time with you. Check us out over at Nonsense and Deep Thoughts, NDT Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. Always doing good stuff. We are live every Sunday and Monday, and we've been doing Thursday nights just to do a little football preview show. Again, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Appreciate it, AB. The queen herself. It wouldn't be a show without you. We appreciate you. Do your thing. Give us a plug. Give us a close.
Love you. Love it. We're every week now. I mean, if this doesn't show you we have enough content, we can go hard every single week. I don't know what would. Join us every single week, Wednesday nights, 9 Eastern. We're bringing it. We're giving it a lot to share. Always have great content, and can't wait to see you next week. Love you, fam.
All right. Thank you, Stacey. I got to close the show. I hate doing it, but I got to do it. It's my job. Listen, we're everywhere. We're on Spotify, so the show will be on Spotify the next day, but we're on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 9 o'clock Eastern. Total Sports on Tuesday. Wrestling Wednesday with the Backstage Business on Wednesdays, and content all through the week. Corey's got a new segment he's coming out with, his controversial tape. Coach has his content that he gets out there that he loves doing. He's the football guru. College football is every Saturday. Everybody's got stuff in between. The Queen's Corner. Everybody's going to have something. You just got to follow us. Just follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We don't do a great job on Twitter, but we're on there as well. Follow us everywhere. TikTok. We got content everywhere you can find us. We love doing this, and it's not going to stop. We got a big year ahead of us, and it's going to be nothing but fun. But like I don't know what Sirius would say. Doesn't matter. It's the better time. The villain's here. Super villain. We're out of here. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace.